backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
The quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Dolphins bring out an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now he'll throw deep left side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Cowboy, Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 31, Prescott. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll turn their power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. 2 and now, 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Tua going to run the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 24, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Running right through it. Runs through another. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Now here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. Big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Okay, right?
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It's brought in by Wilson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
From the 16, Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. He'll get it inside the 20.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Prescott.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to get down in bounds.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ready. Fight.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down, and that's what he just did.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Ready.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Black Ultra.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Prescott on first down.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 31, Prescott. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Watch it, six. You held it.
Another try after the first down sack.
Tua.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run left with Pollard. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Prescott. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And I'm starting to wonder, Charlie, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. From the gun, it's Tua.
Another catch there for Waddle.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. Now that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Prescott now. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the full.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley, white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
New toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free, that's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm to connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it on the road, on the curve, on the block. I was already sold, I don't work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full.
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang, 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 know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Atlanta. fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return. To about the 23.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Mariota. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Mariota.
And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he stopped immediately there.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mariota.
He's got his man London right side. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Toss left side, Patterson.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Fourth down, Mariota. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Pickett now on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety did it.
But you have to hold the safety, and you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, The good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota. Got London on a slant. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Mariota now. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Play fake. Mariota. They'll roll him out right. That's complete right around the 8. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and goal. Mariota into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football's a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get... Let's go. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. And the Lions call to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Pickett.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Got a man, it's London.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Mariota so nimble, sliding to the ground with a first down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw is Mariota. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. They'll play on fourth down. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Mariota. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40, 20, 10. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield too.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Pickett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, obviously searching for the first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Mariota. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the ground.
They've had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
23 yards, the final tally.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summing onto the field as they'll go for two. Mariota now after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. So they're trying for two, successful. And that moves their lead up even further. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pickett back to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. Short completion, just 4 yards. And we've got a 3rd and 3.
Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pickett sets up play action. Here's Freiermuth again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Harris running straight ahead. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at the 9-yard line.
It hurts a little extra because he was third down here already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll run with Patterson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw Mariota. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Austin. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pickett to throw on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Pickett right back to the air again. They'll get this complete. And a loose football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action now. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 46 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mariota now. Throw caught here by Bird. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2nd and 5 now. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Pickett. And he's got his target, Harris. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. 3rd and 16-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, Patterson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Mariota to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
Here's Pickett.
One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great...
Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shumpert. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence, assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things, I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby boo. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rampant. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Hands Tito, she a back. Finna, guaranteed though. Move back. Type of view is that on the globe? It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, lend a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that in the mirror oversold. Call me Reason A, a.k.a. Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done. Keep it blunt enough, you can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health.
Al fin han encontrado el negrito con los colorados, el mejor desde Colombia, los estados. Para los que no piensan que yo soy mejor, tengo todo, tu rapero favorito paniqueado, ten cuidado. Estos raperos son mis hijos jautados. Acuérdate que ni hizo eso ni el que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. This bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle.
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, For the blank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break.
really damage. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Pins down here, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Drew be called like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my way up, get on go. If I touch it, then it's cold, then it's cold.
It's alright, man. Cool. I be going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm a brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tearing out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing it did was veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brines.